Welcome back to the channel. This will be part 3 of our beginner's walkthrough. It includes the brand new additions from the August 22nd, 2023 update. I want to give a quick shout out to my co-workers Justin and Caden. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel and giving me a sub. I'll even give a shout out to whoever gave me a thumbs down on my very first video in this series. You know, all likes, dislikes, and comments are appreciated, but if you feel you need to give a thumbs down, hey, at least leave a comment and let me know why so I can improve this channel. Now, we've listened to the Overseer's log, kind of looted around the church, did some selling, did some scrapping. At this point, if we look at our perks, so we can see we no longer have vault rested perk anymore, and we no longer have the vault fed perk anymore, even though we are fully fed and fully hydrated, and we are no longer well tuned. So let's get some sleep. We have these great beds we can sleep in. So let's get our well rested perk back in action before we go and register at the kiosk as a responder. Also, we leveled up at the end of the last episode and we got our first pack of perk cards. We did not do so well, to be honest. So as soon as I get up from this nap, I'll go ahead and show you where we are as far as perks and perk cards. There we go. Now we're well rested. So well rested for the next 2 hours, still fully fed, fully hydrated. We've still got 2 strength from when we left the vault. We've got a point of perception with concentrated fire. We did not get any endurance. Well, we did not get any strength cards in our perk pack. Did not get any additional perception cards in the perk pack or endurance cards. The 2 charisma cards we got were locked as they require higher levels. Level 5 for bodyguards, level 7 for hard bargaining. It would have been nice if we had received the Lone Wanderer card. I would have put my additional point into charisma, so I would have 2 charisma and be able to equip that card, but that didn't happen. Instead, I chose the first aid card, and one of my freebies was a gunslinger card. So I went ahead and I added another point in agility and ranked up the gunslinger card. Because we'll be using pistols for quite a bit, and we received no luck cards in our perk pack, so not a lucky draw. Well, let's go ahead and follow their quest line and go ahead and register. And that will complete our first contact. So let's register here. Then unlock some goodies. Now it's asking us to locate Kesha. So we look in the directory and we find her, and it shows her location. Monitoring water safety was the last place that she was seen. So we'll go find her body. And as stated, that completes first contact. We'll get some goodies, probably a plan. Well, we got a responder's jumpsuit and a hatchet. And we'll start first things first. Oh no, I hear A radiation storm in the background. Like I said, lots to loot. We'll come back. I do like to see notes. Always check. Yeah, here's the plans that we got. Let's go ahead and learn these plans. Water pump, that will come in handy. So let's run down here. We'll find her body in this washout from this drain. Stop and pick up this log. We are not going to start this event across the river there at the farm. We're way too low level for that. So I'm going to turn that event off. Let's keep following this quest. There she is. Get her water testing kit, her money, and her survivor story.
DASA has asked us all to document our stories.
So DASA
seems like a fine idea. So, hi, I am Kesha McDermott. When the bombs fell, I was in Watoga, coordinating a statewide science fair for that year's high
sorry,
school kids.
I'm supposed to grab some water from the river, kind of getting ahead of myself.
Future of energy. After the bombs, everything was pretty chaotic. Scavenging for food and fighting off rabid survivors. Oh, it was just a bad time all around.
So we'll collect
Found a couple of
some dirty water there.
From the high school
It's contaminated.
make it.
Something we've already known.
In town for a while.
Now it wants us to test.
I was able to solder the circuitry in an old radio, and we tuned into a broadcast
The
from
water
the
supply
responders.
from the town
we
pumps.
were overjoyed.
Now before we do that,
The trip from Watoga to Flatwoods, it was rough, mind you. The kids and I ran into a group of assholes in the mountains who stole our food and water. I can't tell you how happy I was to find the responders in Flatwoods. Tents for everyone, open kitchens, medical supplies, protection. We were safe. They had a problem, though.
we'll just keep
Their
do a
water
little
sources
looting
were
here.
Contaminated heavily. People were boiling water, but not long enough to make it safe.
Here we get a leather right leg, which we can scrap and hopefully get a mod, or maybe we'll stash it. A lot of times they're. Here's a plan. Fantastic. We'll learn that plan.
And I did. The world is getting better, but
And sometimes there will be armor mods.
we need to make sure it doesn't relapse too. It's going to take time and care, that's all. Well, time, care, and science.
Alright, Kesha. And here's, this plan is always there, so we can learn that. We can do a little bit of scrapping. See if we get a mod out of that. Nope. See if we get a mod here. Nope, but we did get an achievement. And you can kind of, some players will wear this to kind of denote their progress throughout the game and joining the responders. I'm going to stick with our jumpsuit. Now, town pumps are down here. Come on. Get a little stutter. We'll just bypass all of these areas because we'll come back and loot them in another video. Matter of fact, I'm kind of anxious to make that next video because it looks like we have a player camp right there, which means that this area is probably, there's usually ghouls here. There's usually one to the left, one inside, and one behind. Let's take out this one that's right here up front first. See if we can't get some headshots now. That was good. That should have woke up his buddies. Well, got a little bit of help from that site, which I guess is all right. Unfortunately, I hope that means that this isn't completely looted. There's generally some good sodas here in this machine. Now they're not, just empty. Oh, here's a single Nuka-Cola. We'll leave those bottles. Let's see what's here. Some iguana bits. Get that rack for the wood. I'm going to avoid that player camp for now. Again, I want to give in your playthrough, there may not be a camp there, so I want to kind of give the average game experience that you can expect when you play. Here's our own personal stash box. If you're just playing this for the first time, every single red rocket will have a stash box for you. Pipe wrench, which is a melee weapon. Then we can run around back. There's a workstation right back here, as well as some looting. Got a cap out of that deal. Nothing in the cooler, but you do have these Mr. Handy Fuels that we can break down, as well as some glowing fungus, unless it's been harvested by another player. So let's go ahead and scrap. We're getting a good amount of I'm going to go ahead and scrap this. It's level 5. We might get a mod out of it. You never can tell. Oh, we did. These are good for plastic and steel. And when we store our junk, that should drop us down to a respectable weight level, 116 of 175. That's good. Matter of fact, let's stash these blood packs, that weighs stuff. I'm going to stash this glowing blood. I'm going to stash these 20 stim packs. That's quite a bit of weight. There we go. And food and drink, if we want to, can stash this boiled water. Stash that honeycomb. Yeah, we probably, let's stash some of these. That's a pound each. 14 purified water. Yeah, we don't need that many. No wonder we're so heavy. Then we need to do a little cooking soon. I'm going to stash the spoiled meat and vegetables. Because we'll later turn those at a chemistry station, we can turn those into fertilizer, which we'll need when we want to plant crops at our camp. Now, sometimes there's a mole rat here. Let's see if we can trigger him. See, here's his hole. And we'll go ahead and get the water from the pumps. A few rads. Now we need to go back and analyze. Oh, also in here is some fertilizer. Speaking of fertilizer, let's grab some of this fertilizer. There's even a garden gnome. If you want to place that back at your camp. These are all wild, so you can't plant them. You can't cook them and eat them. So let's go ahead and get back as quickly as we can to the water testing station. Here's the water testing station. Analyze the samples. Now it wants us to boil water using dirty water and fuel. The water is dirty. Disease is severe.
This is my first interview with another survivor, Kesha McDermott. She found me trying to break into a Nuka-Cola machine and showed me a different way. So, Kesha, can you tell us a bit about how we can make sure our water is safe for drinking? Try to keep it to the basics for training purposes.
Oh, it's not complicated, really. Find water and strain out any big particles and chunks. Then, boil it in a pot over an open fire for a minute or two, then let it cool. Should be fine. Like making tea, right?
And her complaint was they weren't boiling it long enough. She says it only takes a minute or two.
You joined the responders a while ago and helped develop a program to train volunteers. So, were you a survivalist prior to all of this?
You could say that. I taught high school kids. I used to talk about this very thing to them.
All right, that's enough of that. We get the idea, Kesha. Here's equipment checkout sheet that we didn't read before. And here's a chem station. Can brew up some chems later, but let's go on across and boil some water as requested. Just what this area, cook area, is for here. There's quite a bit to loot here. Sometimes there's a possum rolling around. Take that cook pan, wood, cooking oil. There's sugar. Always grab sugar. You're going to need that as a component. Same thing with spices like salt and pepper. You're going to need those as components. Oh. Scale has spring. Again, important component. Here's a note about free cooking lessons from Reverend Dilbert Winters. We'll learn more about him in a minute, but let's go ahead and boil some water. And go back and check in. Over here, we've got some food we can take iguana bits and turn that into iguana on a stick. Got the mole rat chunks. I wish we'd grab more mole rats. Alright, let's go to the kiosk again. There we go. So the next thing it's going to ask us to do is find Dilbert Winters for further instructions. And if we go in the people directory and look for Dilbert, it says he runs the kitchen, trains survivors in food safety, and it tells us the location of his home. Completed first things first, or thirst things. Racking away on the starting second helpings. Did we level up? All right. Level 5. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and put a point in charisma and take the Lone Wanderer perk. Also at this point, we can now level 5 enables player combat. I'm going to put that point in charisma, and I am going to pick Lone Wanderer. Now again, this is kind of where playstyles could be different. You could have chosen the inspiration card and had that in charisma this whole time, joined a casual group and not played with that group but used their intelligence bonus, and then at this point you could have put in the bodyguard, but we want Lone Wanderer, which while adventuring take 10% less damage and gain 10%. Alright, let's start looting this building before we go look for the Reverend Dilbert. There's always, you can take all of these. Here's another cane. Might get a walking, there's a rack for more wood. Here's always this recipe right here for steeped potato flour. More 10 mil. Nuka cherry. Another pipe revolver to break down, which is good because we will use those mods soon. All that's plastic. We've got plenty of plastic. You can try these. You do occasionally get lucky and get a meal, but not very often. But it is possible. Okay, we can go behind the bar here. There's a note. Again, another flyer for his free cooking lessons. Here is a Who Goes There Part 1. We can start listening to that. I'm going to leave that dish rag. I think we have enough cloth. We have enough glass.
It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrible.
Clipboard. Got to have that spring. Pencil for wood and lead. Perfect. Now, inside here, good thing we bought those extra bobby pins. Let's see if I go... Oh, nope, needed to go farther. There we go. Find this body in here, take his stuff, and we'll listen to his plea, which will give us a quest and mark a location for us. Sometimes there's stuff in here, not today. We can take that moldy food.
Don't leave me here! Please! Please! I'll give you anything you want! Money? Yeah? You want camps? My life savings, I'll tell you where it is! Go to the graveyard behind the church. The rightmost grave. Stand on it. Walk directly across the river. Halfway up the hill. There's a small clearing. My savings
This terminal is the same
stuff.
thing, gives us the whole story on
Right off the right, I
Delbert
swear.
McClinton.
Please,
No point
please,
in,
please. Don't leave me here, please.
again, more sugar.
I'm begging you, please.
Okay, we can run upstairs. Some more loot up here. Don't need beer bottle, ashtrays. Have this little vignette here. We'll come back for Tabitha. Out here on the roof, we can find a settler corpse. Oh, nothing on it. Over around here, there's another settler corpse here in trash can, and a possum. Damn possums. Again, there's the back door. There's another possum. Probably could have melee killed him, but I mean, we've got ammo, all kind of ammo. We don't need that bottle. There is a duffel bag in the back of this truck. Take that. Some cans. And just up here is Delbert McClinton's house. And we've already looted the stuff there around that workshop. There's also this area here. Here goes part 2. We can listen to that.
Tonight, we
We'll
bring
come
you
back
the
for
final
that.
chapter of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods. In the last episode, Pioneer Scout Fred Fisher met a curious girl named Sally while hiding in the dark. But as
Lots
it
of good
turned
stuff
out,
here.
they weren't alone.
Get some brain fungus.
There are other people here?
Yeah, they probably just went to
Cutting
get
board
food.
for wood.
They'll be back soon enough. You can leave with
Some
me.
of his
They're
Appalachia
making it
chili.
too. You just have to do what they want.
What do you mean?
When they want to play games with you.
Games? What kind of games?
I'm still learning the rules. Mostly, they're kind of boring and only hurt when they use the needles.
Needles?
Yeah, you know, like at the doctor.
This doesn't sound like any game I know.
Empty
Sounds
milk bottle.
downright awful, and these people sound really bad. We have to get out of here.
No, stay put, stay put, stay put, stay put.
Nothing
Okay,
back here.
okay, stop screaming.
There's a watch. Let's take that. Silver.
That's where they come in to bring food, or when it's time to play.
Sally,
This is bathroom.
what's that
We're gonna
helmet
grab.
thing you're wearing? It looks like it's screwed into your head.
Time to play. Time to play.
Sally,
Time
what's wrong?
to
Why are you
So
acting like that?
some more brain fungus,
to
a pencil, and
I
then
see them now.
we'll get his story.
We aren't in
So
at
we'll
all.
listen to that. And
Reverend
Delbert Winters here, born and raised in this very town. Lit my own church to the responders from
throwing.
an outpost here, and you're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see, helping folks through thick and thin.
So let's go ahead and use his terminal.
Take us all up, anyways. When this all happened, I figured, like most, it was time.
So next he wants us to cook a ribeye steak.
But it wasn't, was it? We're still here.
Here's his cookbook, along with this
First,
Appalachia
I thought
chili.
It was a mistake, that we was missed, forgotten. Maybe we did some wrong.
His schedule.
Didn't give enough to charity, maybe.
Everybody eats
Crazy
ribeye.
thing.
Every day. Ribeyes, 7 days a
Maybe
week.
thought some things that ought not
Right,
to
because
be
everybody,
thought.
those seem to be the potluck
Do I
favorites. And then here's his diary, if you want to kind of read through.
I fought your wars on Earth. I'm ready to fight them up there by your side. Then, in my despair, I saw some survivors eating raw rat carcass behind a dumpster. You ought to cook that first, I warned them. Seemed obvious. We tried but got sick, they said, covered in their own filth. I realized right then and there that I was being tasked. From then on, I built kitchens, cooked good food, fed anyone who walked up with an empty belly, and I was thankful for my task in life.
And he's now at peace. All right, plant some seeds. There you go.
Next time hell or high water land in my stoop, I'll be swept clear away with it. But
Kind of
till then,
disappointed because usually
let's
there
share
is a
home-cooked
pistol in
meal
here
together, all right?
with him. But that's okay. We got lots of goodies here. Take his vases. Right here, dead Brahmin, we can get some meat, although it's spoiled. What we need is live Brahmin. Like right there. Run over here and cook it. Where's our ribeye steak? There we go. Go ahead. This brain fungus soup is good because it gives you an increase let's see where we at. Where are we at with still well fed and hydrated. But let's go ahead and food and drink, we're going to want to have some of that brain fungus soup. There you go. See, intelligence of 2. And what other soups? We should still have some corn soup, I hope. Yeah. And we'll have some glowing fungus soup. There we go. There we go. Fully fed, fully hydrated, and as you can see, we get the bonuses of the 3 soups, plus 2 intelligence, our AP regen, and protection against rads, as well as our well-rested bonus. So, now that we've taken care of Dilbert's little quest, we get to complete the training. And now our next thing is to contact responders using the database. So we saw Tabitha's, so they want us to find all of these people. Gary was transferred to Alright. So you can go up here and listen to this holotape that I passed up before, which is Tabitha's survival story.
Who's talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly?
Make yourself at home.
We're going to go to this boarded up house here that said stay away.
Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha. Okay. So, well, thanks.
So here we find Scott.
Okay.
Let's do a little looting here before we...
I've been sober for 9 days. I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out
A recipe?
about everything. The war, the bombs, I just
So that's all his stuff there.
realized this was really happening.
So let's listen to Scott's reminders.
For years, I
Or
thought
read it.
Chems
Yeah,
were
set up a
playing
trap
tricks
for
with
you-know-who's. Get a locked secret stash by the
Turn my
Brahmin
brain.
tubs behind the house. Get a bigger gun or more
Worst trip
guns.
ever.
So, secret stash by the Brahmin tubs behind the house.
Every time I'd come out of my haze long enough to look for food, I'd find more chems and...
So, there's the
kept going.
Brahmin tubs.
And I kept seeing madness. Look, I would have been
There we go.
wandering around fighting giant rats and eating garbage if
And
not
so
for
now
the
we can listen
responders.
to
Responder
his story.
Casa gave me some supplies in exchange for my survivor story. So, hi. My name is Scott Shepard. Things are going all right. I was a nurse
Let's
before
see if
the war,
I
and
just
I
see if
guess
we can't
nothing
milk
much
one
has
of these
changed.
guys to get rid of our
I work
rads.
for the responders now. I don't get paid.
There we go. Got some
Government
Brahmin
is
milk.
basically the same now as it was years ago. Wrecked, disorganized, cannot be trusted.
Now
Everyone
back behind the church.
You want to know why the war actually happened? Aliens. You think I'm joking? Listen. Right before everything went
So
to
here
hell,
we find
I saw him. I was grilling
Oh,
hamburgers
we're
out
over.
the yard with my dog, and I heard rustling from the bushes and a zapping noise.
here we go. We do some
Next
scrapping.
thing I know, I'm lightheaded and I felt myself falling to the ground. I didn't even have a lot to drink. I woke up and I saw some little thing run into the bushes with my dog following it. I knew something was wrong. I found my dog later with a clump of green skin in his mouth. Green, like moss or something. The bombs fell almost 10 days later. 9 days, 19 hours to be exact. That's 235 hours precisely. You know what that is, right? That's right.
See if we get a
The
mod
atomic
out of this
number
level
of
1.
isotope of uranium.
All right.
They had a plan from
And
the
how
very
about a
beginning.
mod from this one?
Why would they come after me?
Here we
first?
go.
Scott Shepard, the nurse. Good question. I'm glad you asked. They have our blood. They knew
of us would survive. This is one big experiment to them. This whole thing was staged. Our lives, our thoughts, everything was designed for us. Just like this conversation. Every word I'm saying. Planned. Time to wake up.
See if we get a mod out of this walking cane.
The strings and cut the cords.
Nope. Alright. So that was Scott. Here we found Dasa. She's the one that's been...
We call it the Great War now. It's not been long and things have been rough. Welcome to Survivor Stories. I'm Dasa Ben-Ami, a responder. I've been working with the responders for a couple of years now. I'm from Charleston originally, so it was easy to join up.
Here's their little graveyard.
Work. Rebuilding Appalachia from the rubble while survivors flock to us regularly from all over. So many have come and gone.
Another hatchet.
Stories untold. Their names lost to time. I thought we should preserve this history somehow. I've decided to ask people to record their thoughts, their stories, anything they want to preserve forever. I'll call this
get
series
another one
Survivor
up here
Stories.
on this back porch.
I'll start with me. I was an anthropology PhD student at Vault-Tec University. Final year.
We want this fishing pod for sure. Got gear.
My thesis when I heard the sirens. I thought for sure my father, a Vault-Tec employee, could take us all with him, but only 2 reservations came through. I refused to go. With my little brother, he
There
went
could
to
be
the
mods over here, so always check
Vault-Tec.
for
Not persuade me,
mods
but they tried.
there.
In
Other
the
weapons
end, I pushed them
workbench.
inside it, and that was it. After that, I went back home to Charleston and...
Do we get a mod here?
Well,
Nope. Got a
survived.
mod. Yes, hardened
You mentioned
receiver.
the
That
responders
is
form,
fantastic.
I
That
signed
is
up
just
right
what
away.
we wanted.
It was
We are probably going to switch to a pipe pistol.
a flood.
Our modified pipe
Devastating.
pistol is going to be much better and much
Relocating
stronger.
Morgantown Airport and now Flatwoods has been... I remain optimistic. Been with them now for,
All right.
well, I guess 2 years. We have big plans.
You can now log in
We can
as a volunteer
so
now that we
much
have
to help.
volunteer status.
Maybe, just maybe.
Updated us with locations for Morgantown Train Yard, Morgantown Airport, Golly Mine, and Slocum
I will
Joe's.
continue to record stories of survivors when I can.
They're asking everybody to head to Morgantown Airport.
This is Dasa Ben-Ami, signing off for now.
And we can read some restricted messages. You can read more. There's more about interviews, training for volunteers. Anyways, now it's asking us to investigate Morgantown Airport. I do not suggest doing that at this point, even though, according to the most recent patch notes, Morgantown Airport is supposed to be easier with more weapons and fewer monsters. How should we say? Scorched is what's there. Alright, do a little more scrapping here. Oh, sorry, what I meant. Let's go ahead and learn. Got some plans. Anytime you level up, I would suggest going to the notes because you're likely to get a plan or a recipe. You do get some completion bonuses for listening to all of the survivor stories. From Dilbert's, I've kind of been working my way around to the left. So the next, you have this little garage here. Get some more blue paint. Tin can. Look for mods over here, or oh, here we've got a plan. Probably have all the steel we need. I don't know what a bag of is, but let's scrap it and see what we get. Oh, cloth and acid. Take that. So here's the armor workbench. We'll come back to that in a minute. Because now that we are level 5, we're going to want level 5 armor and level 5 weapons before leaving town. Up here you have this truck loaded up. I don't believe there's anything there, but if you go on the porch, you're going to find Sophie, who seems to be in raider garb. We'll listen to her story real quick.
Is this thing on? Great. Hello, survivors of this garbage dump. I'm Sophie, and this is my stupid survivor story. This dump should go. Oh yeah. Before the bombs, I was a librarian. And now I can read everything all the time. Whee! Look at me! I'm lucky. Wait, no. Maybe I was one of those farmers who prepared for the end times. Some sort of religious.
Run up here and
yeah,
get all of
that's right.
this.
No, I got it. I was a sweet little kid, lived off some cat food containers in a super duper mart for months near my parents' rotting carcasses. Nobody came. Nobody.
Oh, see roll mat.
I learned how to deal. You should too. The responders are a joke. Nobody helps anybody anymore. Get a grip.
Duct
If you're
tape,
not
that's
a
good.
total idiot, you'll get out of this dump before the responders get you killed. Leave the sick behind. We're better off. Trust me.
Nuka cherry.
Whiny babies can stay here and play make-believe, but anyone with half a brain will go up to the mountains and drop the dead weight. Delbert already tried to stop me. Sorry.
Here's Who Goes There Part 1 again. There, turn off that radio.
Welcome back, dear
And then
listeners.
here's Willie Mae's story. Let's listen to
I pressed
her.
the button. Hush. I think it's
Take
recording.
that lantern for some oil.
Hello? Hello there?
Should be everything
I
here.
think it's working.
Although we'll take the yardstick for some wood.
This is Willie Mae.
We don't need any of
And
these
I was asked
papers.
to talk a bit about my life since the war.
Take that sickle.
Help
That's a
educate
melee
future
weapon
children
that we can...
someday. I think that's nice.
So we already looted this on our first walk
I thought
through.
I'd just watch my programs, grandkids in my retirement. But that
Oh.
didn't turn out to be the case. I'm just glad
Gotcha
they
that
opened
time.
to the vault in time, you see. When I saw it in a dream, I knew.
Okay, so we've gotten the
prayers
right
were
side of
answered.
the street. Now it's
My
time for the
husband
left
Frank
side.
used to work in the mine. Just a bit before the war, there
We have here, this is
was
the
news of tremors.
community center.
He didn't come home. I don't know what happened to him or why. he
Again,
never
nothing
came
there at the
home
dry
for sure.
cleaners.
And between you and me, I'm fine with that. Since the war, I've just read my old newspapers and
So this
listen
is
to
kind of the
music.
funeral home.
It's very peaceful for once, which is
You can
just
see
right nice by me.
there's a doll in
Ever
here,
hear
so
the
we can assume that
Watoga
there's a
Atomic Lottery?
child
Winner
inside.
got 10 years worth of Blamco mac and cheese, and
There's some
Salisbury
letters. I
steak, and
forgive you, Dad, from the
Cola,
Colonel.
Of course. I played that lottery for 20 years, and I finally won the month before the war.
Sorry, from Tabitha,
Lasted
who's an
only 8
addict.
years,
Said
though.
she'd been sober for 9 days.
You can claim to.
Talking to Peggy,
By
Allison.
the time it ran out, I had heard the responders' radio broadcast, so I went out to find them and get supplies. Bless their hearts. Well,
So we can see what
I'm
they...
go-
Nothing helps.
How do I turn this thing off?
And here's
Last
Sophie.
thing.
Yeah,
Not
I
this
guess
button.
we read her
Not
what her
this
thoughts
one.
were.
Oh, oh, here it is.
Dear Daddy from the Colonel again as a child. I miss you, Dad. Again from the Colonel. You can read their guest book. Delbert, Willie Mae, everybody else. Want that pencil though. Well, baby rattle pencil. As well as the pencil over here and the fan. And the whiskey. It's an important ingredient. Sugar and coffee, that's good. Take the coffee pot. And, oh, we have this here at the lectern. And that's pretty much it for the, they call meeting house, which is really a funeral home here. Nothing there. However, there's this broken down truck. Nothing inside of it. And we have this row of houses up there. You see there's the red star on Tabitha's house. That's the, or Sophie's. That is the sign of the Free Staters. We'll learn more about them in the next video. There's the junk car. Nothing around this side. There's a tool chest over here though. Get that oil can. Don't need any of those parts, are just for steel. Got plenty of steel. We'll do check the mailbox though. Nothing there. This next house up on the porch. We find the Colonel. We get to hear his story. This is the adult Colonel.
It's been like 10 years since I did one of these. Dasa said she lost my original one though. Bummer. My name is
Want these
Colonel.
toys?
So, hey, hi.
We'll find his original one. It's in the
Mom fell
top
when I was a kid.
of the chapel.
My dad died in the war, you know, so this is all pretty normal. My story is, I guess, boring.
Nothing in that mailbox.
So Dasa Bonders
This.
taught me everything. I became a volunteer.
There's some good loot in this trailer house, by the way.
Past 5 years, I've been a responder
Got
myself.
an ammo box.
I help kids who lost their families.
We get to read the last will and testament
Trained.
of Jeremiah Ward.
Act
He's worried
like a big
about
brother.
that his daughter died,
Every year we find fewer people though.
her
so,
granddaughter.
I don't know. Things are not good out there. Just getting simple food and water is tough. And the Brotherhood, well, we thought that would be different.
He's not going to let us pick up those shotgun shells. Get some more springs.
Well, so anyway, maybe in 10 years, Dasa will ask me to do another one of these survivor
One-eyed
stories.
survivor bear. If you want that,
Till
if you,
then, peace, Appalachia.
we're just there's a recipe. Let's learn that. Take the spices, cutting board, squirrel chunks, another Bowie knife. It's all good. Let's open the fridge. Nothing in the fridge. Here's another recipe. Oh, we already known it. I should have left it, but sorry. There's a rad roach in this bathroom. Damn it. Soap. then this back bedroom, another walking cane. We have not gotten the lockpick perk yet. When we level up, that will be the very next thing we get, is the lockpick perk. Or pick lock. Here in this back bedroom, we got a clock for... Alright, over encumbered. Be time to... get that salt. And we got everything out of the duffel bag.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Got this guy to talk to. Hey.
I'm looking for some supplies I could use when I'm fixing things up around here.
Sure.
Think you got something I could use?
I think I do. How about concrete? I'd rather give...
Yeah, that would be great. What can you give me?
Oh, sorry, I don't have any. I can't believe I don't even have one.
Wow, that's too bad. Thanks anyway.
Anyways, if we had had something for him, that would have improved our affinity. Here's Miguel Caldera's story.
Hello, person in the distant future. Dasa told us these tapes would be used as historical records someday. Pretty nifty. So, my name is Miguel Caldera. Let's see, my story begins in an office. I used to be a programmer at Vault-Tec, one of many. Yep, nobody special, you see. And, you know, and that's okay. I used to stare out that window of the coffee machine and think, shucks, I wish I could leave this job and hike in the woods every day.
Alright, some more caps.
I
Nothing in
dream
the
about
fridge.
walking the Appalachian Trail, setting up camp wherever I liked, and traveling with close friends. Dreams kept me going.
So there's Delbert's. We've already rated that. Let's go ahead and...
I was terrified, just like anybody else.
Oh, do some scrapping. Sorry.
So, I just, you know, I had to figure it all out too. Got a little campsite, some supplies. I hacked the Protectron to guard me while I slept, but I missed it. I did. It's been alright, you know? The apocalypse and all. I know that seems weird.
See if we get a mod out of that. Nope.
I have freedom now. I can actually...
No mods.
I even met somebody. A volunteer who delivers supplies. Imagine that, right? Even when you think everything is over, it's not. It goes on. I mean, it's awful too. You know, don't get me wrong. All the people dead and hurt. But those are things beyond my control. So, you know, I'm making the best of it. These days, I'm important. People treat
Okay,
me
let's
like
see if we get a mod out of the sickle.
There's
Nope.
so few of us. You know, we can't afford to think otherwise. So for all you future people, just know that we lived through something horrible. But we did it.
Oh, so I was going to sell the toilet paper. I accidentally scrapped it.
And if you're hearing this,
Let's see if we get a mod out of this.
well, I guess at least some of